Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit today about the butt wink, kind of what that means, what we're looking for, how do we fix it, all this good stuff. When we are in a squat position, we are going to pull this thing out a little bit so we can see a little bit better, but you are initiating your squat, everything's great, and then we lose that range of motion and you just get a little bit soft in our lumbar spine. What's going on here, one of the easiest ways to fix this is through just some stretching of our groins. Probably 2-3 biggest problems we want to think about. One, glute activation. If we're not squeezing our butt, we have a really tough time doing anything. This kind of leads to a lot of that low back pain that we're talking about. Number two is stemming from the butt but driving the knees out when we squat. So what we're looking for when we squat is the hips coming back and driving the knees out all the way down. Now, if you're one of the people that gets your knees a little bit forward and sits down, you see here, when we're going to squat down, if our femur gets in the way of our pelvis, it's really challenging to get all the way down without having to round our back and sit down. We also, if you were to just stand here and squeeze your butt and flex your quads as hard as you can, what you'll notice is your knees start to turn out a little bit. And what we want to think about when we're squatting specifically is that knee angle being over our toes is initiated from our glutes. So the entire way down, we should be squeezing our butt and not thinking so much just drive the knees out for no reason, but initiating through tension in our glutes, the knees out. So if you think about, I'm just squeezing my glutes as hard as we can and the knees go out. I don't have to think about where this is. I just squeeze, everything tightens up, knees track directly over the toe, knee directly over the toe. If I were to loosen my glutes, now all of a sudden I lose that lumbar curve in my back. You can see that a little bit better. So from the side angle, so we're down, everything's tight, squeezing my butt, and as soon as I loosen that, the knees cave in and my back rounds. So the biggest thing we want to think about is squeezing our butt literally every second of a squat. We've been programming a lot of the kettlebell deadlifts, and when we do these, I want you to think we can actually pause these so that we can train our body to think about it. So we've got this kettlebell sumo stance, chest stays up, and as we sit down, 2-second pause, squeeze your butt, 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 and then we're squeezing our butt the entire way through this. We have to train our brain to be able to talk to our glutes. I just posted a sweet little stretching video that's really cool, just 5 minutes of hip movement. What it's gonna allow is open your groin up a little bit, the adductors and stuff in there, loosen your hips up so that when you are activating your glutes, your knees are actually able to track out. If we're tight in here, no matter how hard we squeeze our butt, our knees aren't gonna get over our toes. So, number one, squeeze your butt, all times. Number two, flexibility in our groins here. And number three, getting those knees out over our toes when we go to squat. Should help that butt wink. Holler.